So here in example number 5, I have basically a table that will summarize everything we've done today. When you are dealing with angles going from 0 to 360, your angle may end up landing in quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, number 3, or number 4. And it all depends on how big your angle. Your angle may go between 0 degree to 90 degree. This is what happened. You may have your terminal arm here, or you may have your terminal arm there, or anywhere between 0 degree to 90 degree. Your terminal arm will always show up in quadrant number 1. And the reference angle in this quadrant will just be the angle itself, because your reference angle, well, your angle in standard position is less than 90 degrees for now. So they are the same. The reference angle here will be the same as the angle in standard position. And we use theta to indicate that. Some people like to give this angle in standard position a special name, like how we call the reference angle theta ref. Some people like to call it standard. It is unnecessary. Okay, you can simply call it theta. But when you have your angle in quadrant number 2, quadrant number 2 will have your angle anywhere between 90 degree and 180 degrees. So this will be your angle. The range of angles. And you may have your terminal arm here. This could be your angle. Or you may have your angle go further into quadrant number 2. Your angle will be bigger, but still less than 180 degree, even though it is bigger than 90. When you are in this quadrant, your reference angle will still be less than 90 degree. Reference angle will always be less than 90 degree. And your reference angle can be calculated using 180 minus the angle itself. So that will give us the space here. This will be your reference angle. Quadrant number 3. Quadrant number 3 will be here. This is quadrant number 2. Quadrant number 3 will have your angle between 180 and 270. Correct. But using your reference angle, you can calculate the angle in standard position by adding 180 degree to your reference angle. Or if you will go the other way, your reference angle will now happen in this way, because your angle is now bigger than 180 degree. It is bigger than 180. And if you want to find the angle between the terminal arm and the x-axis, you want to find the difference between the size of your angle, find the difference between the size of the angle and 180 degree. And finally, quadrant number 4. This will give us angle anywhere between 270 and 360. And this time the reference angle in this quadrant will now be the one between the terminal arm and the x-axis again. If this is your reference angle, you will try to compare your angle in standard position with 360 degree. And that will give us the reference angle here. So this is basically the summary of what we've learned today.